Excited to show this project. This is such a pretty crib sheet. I love dyeing crib sheets, so I will show you exactly how I did it. So I did a geode fold on this one, and I just started at one corner and wrapped the sinew around about 4 times. Grab my sinew puller, pull it tight. You know the drill by now. If you've followed along, I do geodes a lot. If you're new to this, I have a whole playlist of geodes that teach exactly how to do it. This project is a single geode. A lot of times I do multiple nodes, but I wanted this to kind of look like waves crashing. So I just did one single geode and one line, and that's what you can see that I'm doing here. And I did this project because I have a niece named after the ocean, and I thought she had to have a crib sheet that looked like the ocean. So I wanted to share some ocean inspired colors and of course a crib sheet, because like I said, crib sheets dye up so pretty and they're practical and they're the perfect size to really play around with some cool different techniques. Okay, so I started with amber waves. This is gonna be the sand, and then I did seafoam, which is a really light blue color. It doesn't travel very far, so you're going to want quite a bit of it. Then I did Mermaid's Dream. So these are like all blues, but they go from lighter to darker is what I did here. So Mermaid's Dream is a little bit of a brighter blue. Kingfisher blue is a little bit darker teal, but still pretty bright teal. I love Kingfisher. Worth the money if you want a Kingfisher. And Teal Blue, this is the darkest one I have. This is a color I use on like half my projects. I love this color, dark teal color. All right, and then I add the ice on top of it here. I did some pebble ice on this. You can see me struggling with it. This is why I don't like pebble ice. I have a whole video on different ice types and if they make a difference, and this was left over from that video. I do not use pebble ice very often because it's really hard to finagle and it gets in the cracks and I just don't like it. Here I'm flipping it over and I decided to add more color because it just didn't go through, and this was a pretty dense fabric. So I'm adding those same colors I did in the previous explanation. It's Mermaid's Dream, Seafoam, Amber Waves, and Kingfisher, and Teal. So those are the colors I'm adding here. And then I just added more ice on top of it. And all right, so here's the rinse out process. I'm rinsing in cool water, and then after I get it untied and it's relatively clear as I'm rinsing it out, I'll bump it up to hot. Here you can see that the untying process is really pretty simple because that sinew just wraps around on itself, so you don't actually tie anything, which is awesome. It's just wrapped around itself. So here I had to use scissors. You don't normally need to do that, but that got caught for some reason, so sometimes I just keep some scissors handy. So you can see it's still coming out just a little bit, but here I bumped it up to hot to get out even more of that excess color. Some people like to boil after they've rinsed it out. I don't really love doing that. I think it's kind of a waste of time, but you do get more color out of it, but I don't find that it makes any sort of difference on back staining or running onto other clothes or anything like that. So after you do this, you'll put it in the washing machine on a hot wash cycle, and then it's pretty much good to go. Won't backstain on itself or on your other clothes. I do wash my tie-dye in its own load for like 2 or 3 loads just to be careful, but for the most part I don't have an issue with backstaining or dyeing on other clothes when I use this rinse method. So it looks like this time I did 2 sets of Dawn dish soap just because I couldn't get the color fully out. Here's that final result. The amber waves got a little bit lost, but it still turned out so pretty. I love this. I thought it was really gorgeous. Hope you like it. Can't wait to see what you create. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you have any questions whatsoever, please comment below. I love to answer all sorts of questions. Also in the link below, there is a free printable just for you, 12 of my very favorite folds. It's an ebook written out just for you. All I need is your email and I'll send it right to your email. I also have an Etsy store. If you liked what was in this video, it might already be gone, but there might be something else that you love in my store. So check that out. Thank you so much for supporting me. We'll see you next time.